Tell me a little bit about yourselves when you moved to Las Vegas and why.
Go ahead.
Well, we moved here 2.5 years ago. We were in California for same house for 26 years, raised our kids, and kind of thought, you know what? We don't like California anymore so much. Let's move. So we did, and here we are.
What did you like about Nevada?
A lot of things, actually. I mean, we've always come here. It's always been kind of our getaway and for years and years. But then when we were getting to the point where we are essentially retired, we thought, well, you know, two things. I love the no income tax on the state. That's really big. And the bigger one is traffic. I mean, I'm sure as it grows that might change here, but the traffic in Southern California, you can't go anywhere. It's a fresh new community. We like Henderson. Never actually visited before we bought. We always went to Vegas. Never really thought about Vegas before because you're in the casinos, you're doing this, and that's how you perceive Vegas until you kind of start spending time outside of it, and then you see it's so much more than that, and that's kind of what happened. We actually kept our other house and turned it into an Airbnb just in case, but now we're putting it on the market, we're selling, so we're here, we're staying, so.
And everything here is new and clean and nice. I mean, it is. You don't see trash on the street. You don't see graffiti. It's all well kept, and the people are very friendly. They really are.
You come here, everybody's very helpful. I mean, the first place we went to a local restaurant, and the owner of the restaurant came and told us, oh, you have to go here for this doctor, you have to do this, and your hairdresser, you got to go see this. But gave her the whole list, wrote it all out, and said, yeah, just check these out first. And so everybody's been like that.
That's wonderful. We appreciate that.
Yeah, no.
We appreciate the feedback.
Yeah, no, it's great. It really is. And the friends that moved here too say the same thing. And our daughter moved here as well. And
our daughter was a quarter mile away from us now. So she's here.
Had you ever built a custom home before?
Never.
And what drew you to this community and the opportunity to build your own home?
When we first moved here, your friends are coming in almost every weekend, so we had company nonstop. So one of our friends, we were driving around, and he sees the terraced homes up here, and he goes, let's just go up there. So we're just driving around, and we get to the gate, and I said, oh, it's gated, let's turn around. He goes, no, let's go up to the gate. They're not gonna let you, just go up to the gate, they'll let me in. So sure enough, I think it was Hattie that was here. No, it was somebody else that's not here anymore. They had an off day, so they were doing absolutely nothing. They took us all around, and as soon as you go even to the office, you see the views that are just outstanding, and you're kind of oohing and awing. Wow, this is amazing. Then when we start looking around, and I think this home here is one of the first ones we looked at, and we're just kind of you start slowly kind of falling in love with this place, and then the bighorn sheep, we ended up driving across. There was a herd of 6 to cross the road in front of it. So we're like, you don't see that every day. So then we just started coming up here, and then you start having conversations, and then kind of one thing leads to another, and there you are. And we ended up, oddly enough, buying 2 lots. So we have the first lot that, okay, we're going to do that one, but then we found a really more kind of an amazing lot that's it's a full acre, but that would have a single-story home on it, and so that's kind of, we're looking at, say, okay, we build the first one, we hold off and kind of go really slow on the second one, live in the first one, and if we like the second one better, then we'll move in the second one and sell the first one. So that's
I like your style.
Yeah. So we'll see how it all we want to get the first one going first and get that done.
Well, we were talking before that the home that you are now selling in California was Mediterranean style.
Yes.
And so what did you like about or what attracted you to the desert contemporary style of Ascaya?
It's not as busy. It's clean, and everything is in its spot, and there's no clutter and mess, and a lot of open windows, and it just feels fresh and new because we had the Mediterranean style for 26 years. And it was just time to, oh wow, this is really cool. Hey, maybe we had to get all new furniture when we moved here.
Yeah,
and that's why we left our furniture there and turned it
we didn't take one piece of furniture with
Airbnb.
us, so we just left it.
Interesting.
Yeah.
And so you've been collaborating with your architect and your builder on your first home. Can you tell us a little bit about the architecture and the style of the home that you're designing?
It's going to be contemporary. We're going to have a 2-story with a really cool spiral curved staircase.
Yeah.
It's going to have a different shaped pool. We're going to have indoor, outdoor tiling that just goes throughout the whole, and been looking at floors galore so that there's no the Vegas dirt and dust, and it's not going to show any of that. And we've got some really cool windows that have just a little lip in them instead of, so we'll see more view. I mean, it's a whole new experience because we've never done this before. And when they have me look at plans, I don't know what I'm looking at. I have no idea what is
It's
this.
starting to look like, I'd like to get the renderings done so that we've already, hopefully in a couple of weeks they'll have that back to us. But they said it'll look like the house is built and it's done. So I'm looking forward to seeing that.
And thinking about that, some people who have never built a custom home before, they think maybe it's a little intimidating, the prospect of understanding the process of building a custom home. How did you feel about that versus how it really was?
Well, I think part of it, it's been helpful in some ways with the family member and the friend that have come over. They've done this before, and working with Jack Raftery has been kind of instrumental because he's been here 40 plus years building custom homes, and we've all kind of developed a nice relationship, and he's kind of there to help. He knows that these guys eventually they're going to do their own thing, whether it's my preference is industrial, commercial kind of property, but this will be kind of their send off here at this home, but Jack's a major part of it. It hasn't been
difficult.
It hasn't been that difficult. I mean, she
They-
knows
they-
especially what she wants in a house, and that's a big plus. She kind of sees it and she says, no, I don't like that. I like that one. Do this one. And it hasn't been that difficult.
No, it hasn't been at all.
So, yeah.
I think it's maybe a common misconception that custom home building takes forever. But if you were to buy another home that was existing, you might spend as much time remodeling it anyway, correct?
Right.
Sure.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Amenities. Can you tell us what of the Ascaya amenities you like or you were attracted to? Have you used any of the amenities yet?
We're gonna use the clubhouse for our daughter's wedding on December 15th.
That's coming up in 3 weeks.
And it's gonna be
It's going
fabulous.
to be, and their goal has been to kind of get the community together, get everybody to where everybody knows everybody else, so we're not all, just waving as we go by. We're getting to know who will be our neighbors, and everybody's kind of in the same boat. There's a few people that have the homes here already, but I'd say the majority they're building. They're just maybe a few months out, but yeah, most everybody, more and more people are showing up all the time, so it's kind of nice. So I like that part of it. So we'll get to know everybody.
Your new Henderson residence, and you mentioned that you went to a restaurant and somebody gave you tons of tips. What are your favorite places in Henderson? What do you love about Henderson?
Oh, I love the fact that Target's right there. But and the restaurants are really good. We have our favorite restaurants here. Plus, we go to the Strip and go to the restaurants there, and then do a little gambling. But
Gaetano's is the one that we kind of we'd go to Italian because it's close. We know the owners there, and they're always nice, and the food's always good there. So yeah, we enjoy that place.
What would you say to people who are just starting the process here at Ascaya or a custom building process? What advice would you have to new?
Well, don't get frustrated. It is easy to get frustrated, I guess. We interviewed, as far as architects, we interviewed 6 different architects, and it's hard to decide because they're all nice and they all have skills, and So you have to kind of, you know, break it down. Okay, who are the two we just like and we think we can work with and that'll work with us? And so we kind of broke it down the last two, and then we kind of ended up deciding.
We had our builders pick as well.
Yeah, we kind of had them kind of do the same process, and then we didn't talk to each other. Said, oh, who do you like? And we ended up with CJ. What they're doing here, as far as even a manufacturing base coming into Vegas, it's big enough to where they're spreading in all directions, and I think that's important for Vegas. Get industry coming in here, and I think they're slowly looking at that. We were manufacturers in California, and we had California and Utah, and this is a perfect hub. You're coming through it all the time to get to Utah, so it would be actually ideal, you know, because of the taxes, because of a lot of, and they're business friendly here. California is not business friendly. That's one of the reasons
We hear that a lot.
Yeah, but yeah, as far as us doing things, it'll be kind of more in the property and commercial industrial, and I like that part of the business. So I'm still staying active that way.
If you want to move anywhere in the world or anywhere in Nevada, I would move to Ascaya.
Yeah.
I would. You've got the Vegas views, you've got clean air, you've got a gated community, you've got the recreation center, you've got anything you would want right here.